heroic isn't necessarily how difficult the surgery is. Heroic's actually, what am I asking this patient to endure in order for me to possibly get them to the outcome that I have envisioned? And I think it's defined in the actual context of that individual, what we're attempting to do. And in many ways, our capabilities should be outpaced by our wisdom. What do I mean by that? The questions that we start to ask ourselves as we wrestle in this land of being heroic is, just because we can do it, should we do it? In my world, we get these really awesome x-rays that are blasted all over social media, and we're very proud about it, and patients have unbelievable videos, and what the human body is able to adapt to with these custom reconstructions and coming back from multiply revised infections and these major limb salvage heroics. That is a snippet of what we see of that advertisement, and it doesn't talk about the entire story of what those patients went through. And I do think it's actually interesting, I alluded to this before, that the threshold of the heroic measures that we're willing to endure, I think, does change over a surgeon's career. Early on, you're just trying to prove to yourself that you're able to do this, you're courageous enough to do this, you're taking risks that are reasonable, and seeing if you can push that envelope, because in many senses, life begins outside of its comfort zone. But later, as you kind of evolve and you see the mistakes you've made and you see the mistakes your mentors have made, and that's why we have fellowship and residency, you start to reflect on some of those patterns and patient stories, and it resonates in the recesses of your mind of trying to divorce that x-ray and that outcome from what that patient actually is able to tolerate. That, going back to that mantra of our capabilities should be outpaced by wisdom, that's the wisdom that you gain over the course of time.